I'm ready.
Go.
Go.
So here we are on the battalion marker. This is the nuclear waste place, radioactive. So this is a big story for you in San Diego because San Onofre, there's Mission Falls Bay. There's your favorite. Come see Shamu kitties. Fucking see abusive world. So Freeway America, the new LA. What did I tell you about Jerry Harding? But anyway, so this is big breaking news for you in San Diego. Giant Orange County walking in LA, the new LA, San Diego. So the HOLTEC, the canisters, we got San Onofre shut down 9 years ago, kicked that pyramid over. It was supposed to take 40 years and a bazillion gazillion. It's already done. The canisters are in cement pads on the beach. Shock absorbers, but that's 10,000 times safer than in spent fuel pools that just hold it a crack in their FUKUSHIMA. And so HOLTEC has bought it. They say all the time. Remember, Peter, you and I were the first group that I talked to HOLTEC. Remember that conversation? And I says, well, they says, well, Blanche, we agree with you. You say it all the time. The United States government refuses to do their part because by law it's supposed to be Yucca Mountain. And we're going to do it for them. So HOLTEC was filed for permitting West Texas, which is near Carlsbad. They already have the pad mostly built and want to take all the waste from all these reactors, pull it out of those sleeves, which I asked them. Remember, Peter, I asked HOLTEC executives, remember, I was the first one up in the Texas hearing. And I said, those canisters are put in, are they built to come right back out? Yes, not only yes, that's the plan. So
I was there. I heard the guy say it right out of his mouth. Yep.
I'm always the first one there. So anyway,
Yep.
What's this monument that used to be right here?
I don't know.
So let's walk over here, my grandpa. So Abe Hunsaker the Fourth, my grandpa, that's Abe Hunsaker the First. That's him. Let's walk over here to grandpa. He'd be rolling over his grave, wouldn't he? They were socialists, I got news for you. But anyway, so God, you don't drop the canister San Onofre.
I looked away. I looked the camera away. It didn't sit.
So it didn't happen.
Right.
If the canister spills at San Onofre at Diablo Canyon, it didn't happen. Like Fukushima.
Right.
So the waste at San Onofre, that big, how big? 2 million pounds, that truck? Is there any media out there videoed that coming in here?
You.
Where's KSL? Where's Channel 7?
Right.
Yeah, Kevin Blanch did it. I'm a fool to do your dirty. You sent the maid home early like 1,000 times before. My grandpa lived right there in a little town. 29 different groups of people living in harmony. They couldn't have that. Fort Stockton. Let's come look at this. I want people don't know about Fort Stockton. It's so important. By the way, hey, Peter pointed at this. All the temples and the money they throw around, you can't fix this? You can't fix this? By the way, look at the date. January 29th. You know what famous day that is where we live in Utah? That's Bear River Massacre Day. So, people don't know about Fort Stockton.
Just so everybody knows, I've shed blood doing this video.
And about left, Jerry. By the way, how about the buzzer beater Jerry kit? We watched it, huh, Peter?
You watched it. I didn't really see it.
We were walking from doing those Tide Pools videos, and I says, oh my God, look at the bar there. The Maverick's playing, he hits a buzzer beater 40 feet away. So, Fort Stockton, you know, remember, this was Spain. Then the Mexicans threw out the Spaniards, and this was Mexico. You know, and then Mormon Battalion comes out and then comes here. And then the U.S. fights them, takes it back. The flags are right there. We got the Kumeyaw flag up now, Bill Walton. And, but people don't know about this. I mean, it's pretty historic.
I'm not lying. Bleeding. I'm okay.
So, yesterday, the EPA, because New Mexico doesn't want it, Utah doesn't want it, Texas doesn't. So Jennifer Granholm and Rick Perry, the twin cousins, the DOE's but nothing but the nuclear industry, Department of Nuclearism, Jeff Bezos' grandpa, who founded it, started it, says we'll give you a check, anybody that'll take it. So on January 30th, I'm in a bone marrow transplant at LDS Hospital, going in and out of a coma. People are leaking everything to me because I'm connected with everybody that works at Senate Onofre. Kevin put this out. They can't get you. They're not going to go after you. You're dying. They're not going to come arrest you in a bone marrow transplant center. Had an accident. A bad one. Oh, it's just a steam malfunction. It backed up. They were cheating on the exchange. They're saving themselves $100 million. And Jerry Brown was in on it. PV was on it. They were all chopping up the money. We exposed it. My friend, freaking Mitch, Channel 10, those people put it on the news. So, Utah has levels radioactive that can come in. Well, they vented all over Santa Barbara, so they're grinding up the concrete. It's over the safe limits. It's over the legal limits because they're ignoring, it's just a 3. You can look it up online. The NRC has ranked the accident at Santa Onofre January 30th, 2012, which I reported from the bone marrow transplant at the top of LDS Hospital with a central line going in and out of a coma. It's there. It's only a 3. Well, the scale only goes to 7. And so, it's radioactive. It's over the Utah limits. My point is, why tear it down? The canisters, I get that. They can't stay there. It's an earthquake thing. But why didn't you just leave the domes there? Grind it up and powder it, bring it. Jennifer Granholm says, we'll pay anybody. So when am I going to get my check? I got a bill for $1.8 million. Leukemia, and I'm a fool to do your tide pool in San Diego dirty work. Don't want to do your dirty work no more.
Let's not talk about Mike and Gary.
Gary House, don't he get me going on, Mike.
Fuck.
How much did he get?
$5 million.
Did he send me any?
No.
Never tell you. Seen him at the hearings?
Ah,
I walk
piece
up
of
to him
shit.
and he just runs. By the way, Allison, I'm the only person that ever confronted Allison McFarland.
Yeah.
Did you see Allison jumped on our side again?
Oh, yeah.
Remember I said I still believe in you, Allison? Remember me and you walking out and there Allison's right there and she ran from me? But she, Allison McFarland has
San
recently
Luis
come out.
Obispo.
She
Yes,
come out
sir.
against New Skill. That Stanford study that's out is saying that they're going to produce 5 times more. Guess who the consultant on the study was? Allison McFarland.
Right.
So her and Jose Reyes, the NRC got a lover's quote style. So anyway, this is big news in San Diego. So Mike Levin, who we know, right? Personally, we show up to hearings. I got him to say the F word, right?
Oh, you did.
I did. FUKUSHIMA, and so they got a priority bill through. The very first that goes to the HOLTEC path, very first. The Senate. And I get it, and I used to say, oh, you make it here in San Diego, just like Diablo, you make it. You want to keep Diablo freaking open? Good, you make the waste, you eat it. It's yours. But I get that in San Onofre. San Diegans didn't want San Onofre out.
The fucking thing about Gary is that he got $5 million to make this fucking sweetheart deal for himself and sweetheart for fucking Cal-Ed, and still hanging half the bill on the fucking taxpayers of San Diego and Orange County. What the fuck is that?
Myself, Gene Stone, Gary Hedrick, old Donna, who's gone dead. Donna Gilmore and Donna Young got involved. Johnny come late, but I love their work. How about Kathy Iwani? All of us that work so hard. Did we get any money? We get any credit? No, I'm a fool to do your San Onofre dirty work. Don't want to do. You sent the maid home early like a. Do you know what that song's about? Don't say it. Don't say it. Look at it. So, it's a big deal. They passed it, and you think New Mexico, Texas is happy? When Ted Cruz and him, the Democrat and Republican, get together. Of course, nobody wants the fucking shit, and they're going to pay you. No, I'm telling you, Texas and New Mexico, they'll tell you about it. They're lying. I live in Utah. They're not going to give you nothing.
Now we know that San Onofre is the sort of the catalyst, the apex of what's going on, right? It's the first domino, but we've got this nuclear waste all over the United States.
Well, including here in California.
We can't forget that. We can't
How about
forget that.
Humboldt, Rancho Sur? It's stored on site.
Oh yeah.
You know, we don't ever hear a word about Humboldt, the Rancho Sur in Sacramento. It's stored on site.
It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
And then we're going to keep Diablo open.
Right.
$4 million a day. It's cotton California tax, something we don't even use to give these imperialist nuclear pigs more wealth.
Right.
So anyway, it's a big deal. You know, we're trying. We're trying to solve this equation. You know, so stay tuned.